Hello, my name is April and welcome to the Yoga Ranger Studio and welcome to meditation for when you're angry and frustrated. So we all go through times in our life or through the year or through the day where we feel an overwhelming sense of anger, frustration, irritability. Perhaps it's the season. Sometimes when it's really hot, people get very angry quickly. Maybe it's how we're feeling. Maybe we're hurting or in pain, emotionally or physically. Or maybe it's circumstances around us that just seem to kind of set us off. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to feel that. Every feeling has a valid reason behind it. What you want to do is not bury that anger, not hide that anger, not pretend it's not there and not feel ashamed of it. You want to identify it and you want to turn it around. Use it to motivate you to do something far better. Funnel it into positive change and positive effects. So that's what we're going to do in this meditation. You can do this meditation in a chair, on a cushion like I am, laying down on the floor, seated. Make yourself comfortable however you feel most comfortable. Roll your shoulders down your back, sit up nice and tall. Settle into your seat, and whenever you feel ready, gently close your eyes. Sometimes when I feel angry, I want my hands to be palms face down because it makes me feel a little more stable and grounded. So if that works for you, you can go ahead and take those palms down or up, whichever feels intuitive for you. And take these first few moments to just check in with your breath. And notice how you feel right now. Where you begin from. Acknowledging whatever you're feeling. Acknowledging that it's there. And then taking these next few breaths to scan down through the body and noticing where that anger or irritation or frustration is being held in the body. Maybe you feel your shoulders tightening or your neck tightening. And as you notice those spaces, you notice those places, see if you can breathe some softness into those spaces. Allowing the shoulders to soften, the jaw to soften, the brow to soften. Releasing some of that tension that comes from being angry or irritated or frustrated. That physical response to it. Use the breath as your guide here. Taking 3-part breaths. Often when we're really angry, our breath becomes very tight and shallow and small. Try doing a 3-part breath, belly, chest, collarbones, filling it up and exhaling through your mouth. You can even sigh it out 2 more times. Inhale deeply, 3-part breath. Open your mouth, exhale it out. And 1 more time, inhale, 3-part. And exhale. Feel just a little bit of that tension and tightness in the physical body, releasing. Now taking our next few breaths, noticing how anger affects us mentally. Do you feel like a little bit of sort of irritation or movement fast, or feel like everything's out of control, or maybe you feel very focused by anger or irritation. Maybe your anger irritates you and frustrates you. This vicious circle. Here again, just noting without judgment where you start this practice at. Acknowledging that this is where you're at and this is how you feel. These are your thoughts. And by allowing yourself to sense this and explore them, you become more of an observer. Let go of any shame that comes with being angry, even if you think that the person or thing that you're angry at doesn't deserve this kind of anger. Let go of the shame associated with it. Right now in this space, you're exploring this feeling and what it means to you and how to change that and use it for better. But you must let go of the judgment of it first. And now that we've acknowledged what it does, where we're at and where we've started, let's let the breath do a little work here. So extend your exhale a little bit longer. And this is going to help us move from that angry fight or flight response that we have and help move our body into the heal and relax and restore state, simply by extending our exhale longer and longer. Keeping those nice, full, rich breaths. Maybe begin to feel the body and the mind softening. Maybe some questions start to arise as to, why am I so angry? What about this situation or this person or this day is irritating me? Why am I frustrated? And these are perfectly good questions to ask. Here we move into exploring the basis. Sometimes the thing that you are angry about in the immediate moment may not be the thing that is causing the anger at the base, the real root cause. Maybe your irritation at the moment has a deeper root in some other thing going on. Something in your day, something in your life, something in your health. Sometimes when you're in pain or not feeling well, you are easier to anger, easier to irritation and frustration. Maybe it's feeling helpless in a situation. Maybe it's not this specific situation that you feel you're angry about, but perhaps it's just feeling helpless. That feeling of helplessness can be very frustrating for many people. That feeling of, I don't know what to do here. I don't know how to fix this. I don't know if it can be fixed. The unknown can be very frustrating. Exploring what you're angry about or frustrated or irritated about right now, and looking for those root causes. Maybe it's a relationship that you have that you feel is just somewhere gone wrong, or a situation that seemed to be going fine but now has taken a turn that you're not happy with. Dig down deeper, find those root causes, and here again, without judgment, acknowledge that these are causing you to have this anger and frustration and irritation, that these are symptoms of something much deeper, some issue, person, or situation much further back, much deeper down. With this information of the root cause of your anger or frustration, we're going to turn that around. Start thinking a little more creatively as to how maybe you can resolve the situation. And it could be that maybe you decide you can't resolve it and you need to walk away. Maybe it's something that you say a certain way or do a certain way. Maybe it's not being completely, authentically honest with someone about your feelings in a kind and compassionate way. Maybe it's some things that have been buried from long ago that are just now kind of coming back up to the surface because some repetitious pattern is showing itself again. Begin to think of what you can do, what you can do now, what you can say, what actions you can take, words you can say, things you can do to turn this around, or to funnel this anger, frustration, and irritation into something positive. Maybe you take that, you're angry about your voice being lost and not being able to say something and speak up, and you turn that around and you turn it into a cause where you volunteer your time, or you write an article, or you stand up somewhere and you voice your opinion. You voice yourself, your expression of yourself. Maybe if you can't change or resolve that specific issue that is bothering you, you can funnel it somewhere else. You can do something somewhere else. Think of the ways you can change it, transform it into something more positive. Feel yourself soften a little bit more as you become more of an observer. Less reaction, more thoughtful stepping back and taking positive action. With these actions in mind, with this transformation of your anger, irritation, and frustration into positive steps in your life, now it's time to breathe into those steps. So gently bring your hands to your heart. Open your eyes. With all of this information you've gathered from this meditation, take steps now to apply whatever you came up with. It may be to write down some next steps for you to take to transform this anger, irritation, and frustration into actions that are positive and supportive of you. Anger can be a motivator. It can move you. How it moves you, whether that be in a negative way or a positive way, is purely up to you to choose. You choose which way it moves you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this has helped you in some way. I know there are times in my life I feel really angry and I like to sit down and really figure out what's going on and try to make that funneled in a direction that makes more sense for me, that is active and positive. And I hope this helps you too. Have a great week.